Okay, so you want to know how to make a curved line or curved lines or header within Photoshop. Now this applies to pretty much any Photoshop that you actually have. It's not as complicated as people make it out to be, so here's a quick tutorial that'll show you how to do that. Now what I want is I want a red background behind this image, but I want it to curve. I want to create a little curve here. So here's what we're going to do. First thing we're going to do is we're going to create a layer by clicking on this little button here, and we've got layer 2. If I want to rename it, I'm going to go ahead and call it curve, and you can name it whatever you want. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill it in. I'm going to fill it in with a red color. So I'm going to go to the fill bucket, and I'm going to pick a red color that I want, so approximately there, and I'm going to fill that red background. Okay, we're done with that. Next is I'm going to create a box around my image so that I can start to set where I want the curve to begin. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to put my marker right about the midway point. I'm going to hold my shift button and approximately somewhere in the bottom there. Now at the end, I'm still holding the shift button, and I'm still holding the shift button there. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some anchors. Now don't worry about it being perfect, because you're going to be able to move these anchors around. Okay, so the way you do that is you click on this, you right click on it, and you add an anchor point approximately a third of the way there and a third of the way there. Okay, now we can start playing around with it. I want to extend this out a little bit because I want there, and now I'm going to take this little one right here and just using my mouse and moving it around a bit. So there's, see, like I said, don't worry too much about exactly what the curve was because you can move it around. And now I'm going to grab this one here and I'm going to pull it back a little bit, not too much, and then I can move this to however I want. So there's my curve, probably around there. Now the reason I don't want it exactly to that image is because later on I may change that image around. There we go. Approximately that. Okay. Now that I've got the curve pretty much kind of where I want it, if I want to adjust it a little here, okay, maybe a little bit there. There, that's better. Okay. Now what I want to do is I'm going to go over here where it says paths, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to make the selection of that path. I'm going to click OK, and now you see the little ants. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit delete. I'm sorry, not delete. Yeah, no, delete's fine. There. And now I'm going to turn off this other button that I had with a curve on it, and as you can tell I now have my red that I wanted. That's it. Now I don't need this anymore. I can actually call this the curve. I can throw this away by dragging it to the trash or hitting the delete button. That's gone. Now the nice thing about this curve now is that I can go ahead and add, well, first let's get rid of the little traveling ants. You can press Control V, that'll do that. What you can do with this image now is you can actually add components to it. I can go to Layer Style, Blending Options, and within that I can do a drop shadow if I want. See that? There you go. I can do an inner glow, outer glow. I don't like that too much. Bevel if I want to do that. Okay. And you can do all kinds of neat little things. If I want to stroke, meaning that I want to change the color of that, I want to change the outside of it, I can do that. But for right now, I'm just going to stick to a drop shadow. Now, if my curves, now that I look at them, I'm not sure if I like that too much. So I'll probably redo it after I finish this tutorial. But what I wanted to make sure that you knew is that you take that principle, you apply it to whatever you want. Later on, if I want to change the graphic, I want to put something else in there, that would be perfect. But I want to put text in there, then I can do that. So in any way, it would work in either way. So you can use this to headers, you can use this for images, you can use it for anything that you want. Okay, so I trust that you found this tutorial useful. If you found this useful, I'll put a link to other tutorials that I think you might enjoy for Photoshop specifically, and that you will be able to get a handle of Photoshop, because it can be quite a beast. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and click like. You can comment on it, you can share it, subscribe to the channel, and you'll get more stuff. Alright, thank you, have a great day.